These are my top 5 favorite Stranger Things Season 5 theories that I've made since the trailer dropped last month. And I'm going to start with number 5 so I can save my favorite for last. At number 5, I have my theory about what the crew and Hawkins are doing at the radio tower. I go more in depth in the actual theory video itself, as is the case with all of these theories, but in short with this one, I'm theorizing the radio tower is being used to send out a signal and Will's powers are being used to amplify that signal in order to attract the Mind Flayer to the radio tower so that the crew and Hawkins can initiate a burn and chip away at its strength little by little, which is why Will looks to be in a trance in this shot in the trailer and why Will faints in this shot in the trailer from overexertion. At number 4, I have my Will Byers fireball theory. The idea of Will shooting fireballs is something that's been set up multiple times throughout the series. Even in the first episode, we had Will rolling the dice and yelling, "Fireball, fireball, fireball," against the Demogorgon. So in this scene from the trailer where Vecna is deflecting this fire, I've theorized that this is actually Will shooting a fireball at Vecna, which also explains why Will is passed out from overexertion once again in the shot with Mike. At number 3, I have one of my many Jonathan death theories. This one in particular stating that Jonathan will be unalived on this mission to the Upside Down not long after this heartfelt conversation between him and Nancy, leading to a devastatingly emotional fallout which includes an inconsolable Dustin being comforted by Steve. At number 2 is my Will Byers superpowers origin story theory that has a lot to do with these flashback scenes from season 1 that will be in season 5, as well as this scene where Will is getting Vecna. With this one, I'm theorizing that Will Byers developed powers during his time in the Upside Down in season 1, and in order to unlock those powers once again in season 5, he's going to have to face his trauma from the Upside Down in a very similar way to what we saw with Eleven and the Nina Project in season 4, where she had to face her trauma from the massacre at Hawkins' lab in order to re-unlock her powers. But unlike Eleven, Will won't have a choice because Vecna is going to get a hold of him, as we see from this shot in the trailer, and we know that Vecna shows his victims their worst trauma. This is where the flashback scenes from Will's time in the Upside Down come into play in season 5, because in Will's case, that trauma is his time in the Upside Down. So in doing this, I believe Vecna is going to unintentionally help Will unlock those powers. And when that happens, I believe Will is going to smack Vecna with the same level of force we saw Eleven hit him with at the end of season 4. And at number 1 is my Max Mayfield escape from Camazotz season 5 episode 6 theory. This was a long one and it is pinned on my profile if you'd like to hear the entire theory in depth. But in this one, I theorize that Max is going to be lost within Vecna's mind after his mind layer was wiped away along with the avatar of her in season 4, where she will discover key moments and memories from Vecna's past, but more importantly will discover young Henry Creel within a pocket reality in Vecna's mind that pays homage to Camazotz from A Wrinkle in Time, where she'll then help to break the hold the Mind Flayer has on Henry Creel, breaking Vecna free from Vecna's curse. And then she'll have to escape Camazotz from within Vecna's mind along with young Henry, possibly aided by either Will or Eleven. And on her way out, might have to make it past this Camazotz from